Are you the kind of person that goes somewhere new and immediately you can tell everything that's different, but you can't help yourself wondering why it's like that or what that thing does? Like this flat foam squidgy thing. What is it? What does it do? These are the questions I had when I moved to the US. Well, as I found out, it's called a koozie. It's two pieces of foam joined at the back to make a kind of half cylinder. But why? Why would you ever want this? Well, in short, to do that. To put a drink in it. But why? Why would you ever want that? Really, it's for two reasons. The first one being is that it insulates your icy cold beverage against those long hot summers, keeping it cool. And the second one is it helps keep off the condensation so it doesn't slip, causing you to drop it all over the floor in one epic party foul. And it's precisely these reasons why it's a must-have item at all barbecues and sporting events. It probably also helps explain why we don't have them in the UK, because it never really gets warm enough and we couldn't throw a decent barbecue if our life depended on it. They also come in different colours with brands and logos on them, and for those that are in frats or enjoy drinking Bud Light, it can really add some personality to your drink. And being honest, you can probably take all the help you can get. If you've ever driven in the US, you'll certainly have seen the next thing on the list. And if you're a bad driver, who knows, maybe you even hit one. No, I'm not talking about kids, it's mailboxes. And the reason for this is US mailboxes are positioned along the road at the end of people's driveways. Now, this is very different from the UK, which usually has its letterboxes mounted straight into the front door, so the letters can fall directly into your home. So why do it this way? Surely it's more inconvenient if you have to go all the way out to the street to collect your mail, and people keep on running your mailbox over. Well, in short, it's because it saves the mailman a lot of time. They don't have to worry about running up to each individual front door, and driveways in the US can be really long. And to save even more time, unlike most US vehicles, post delivery trucks actually have the wheel on the right hand side, so the postmen don't even have to get out to put the letters in the post box. You may have also noticed the little flag on the side of the post box. Now, this one took me a little while to figure out, but it's actually let the postman know that you have mail for collection, so you can actually send mail from your house without having to ever go to a post office. The bit I always struggled with was worrying about people stealing my letters and packages, because there's no lock on a post box, it's right there where anyone can get to it. What about you? Is this something you would feel comfortable with? And if you're living in the US, do you also worry? Let me know in the comments down below. School buses. Yes, they are indeed all yellow, just like the Magic School Bus. I mean, yes, I had seen them on movies and in TV, but I thought it was just one or two areas. I didn't realise it was all of them. At first, I found it really odd that each morning the roads would become clogged up by a wave of yellow as all the buses tried to make it to the local school. Soon, this intrigue and curiosity just became extremely annoying, as school buses, they stop a lot, in some cases as much as every child's house. Now I know what you're thinking, why not just go around the school bus? But you see, you can't. It's actually illegal to pass a school bus while it's stopped. They actually have legitimate stop signs that pop out from the side and a bar in front. I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand it's to increase child safety, but considering they don't even have seatbelts on them, it can't be that big of a deal, right? The next item, at first, I wasn't too sure about, but now I love these things, even if they do terrify me slightly. Garbage disposal units mount directly under your sink's drain hole, making this big opening, and you can just push all the food waste into it, and it grinds it up into a fine pulp so it can just go down the drain with everything else. Every now and then, however, a bottle top or something like that would fall in, and you'd actually have to put your hand down into it to take it out. And even though I knew it wouldn't, I secretly always worried about it suddenly turning on. Yeah, thanks for that, TV. They're also kinda loud, especially when they're grinding things up, so when you're putting your hand closer to knock things in, that really wasn't great either. Hang on a second, why do I like these things? Well, I guess it did make the trash can smell better, and it did help with the washing up, so there is that. Okay, so this next one's a bit of a bait, because of course I'd seen price tags in the UK. But what I didn't know at the time was that the US does not include tax in its price tags. What this basically means is that if you pick up an item and it's priced at, let's say, $10, and you go to checkout, you're gonna need more than $10. Coming from the UK, this just didn't compute in my head at first. How can you turn up with something that's priced at $10 and need more than $10? Now I know what your next question's gonna be. Jack, if it doesn't say on the price tag how much it is, how am I gonna know how much I need at checkout? Well, in short, you don't. Tax rules change from state to state, and where I lived it was roughly 7%. So you're kind of left just having to do ad hoc math and kind of guess. This is one you want to just keep at the back of your mind to avoid any unnecessary embarrassment. But what about you guys? Have you ever been caught out by something like this? Also, if you'd like to learn more about the US, make sure you check out my other video here. And as always everyone, make sure you stay safe and I'll catch you in the next video.